Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we wanted to know from the CS for Defense two matters. Number one, the renovation works at Uhuru Park in Nairobi City, which was being undertaken by the Kenya Defense Forces, complete? And number two, has the park been handed over or back to the Nairobi City County Government? And if not, could the Cabinet Secretary provide a timeline for the same?
Honorable CS, you may now proceed to respond to the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable senators. And it's good to be back home. These corridors have been my home for 17 and a half years. So every time I come back to Parliament, I feel like I'm back home. Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Defense was tasked with the rehabilitation of the open spaces in both Uhuru and Central Parks of the County of Nairobi. And this project began in March of 2022, which was jointly implemented with Nairobi Metropolitan City Services then. Honorable Speaker, it should be noted that the quality of the park facilities then had become dilapidated over time to the point where they were no longer functioning. All the facilities there were not functioning. It became a security issue. Additionally, the monuments, the water features have been vandalized and stolen. This situation was exacerbated by the inadequate security, prompting the intervention by the national government in March of 2022. The objective of this project was to restore the glory of the Uhuru Park and Central Park by first rehabilitating the green spaces, restoring the monuments, improving the infrastructure, and enhancing security through the fencing and installation of visitors management system. Honorable Speaker, the Senator for Nairobi sought from the Ministry of Defense two questions, which I will start with the first question. Are the renovation works at the Uhuru Park in Nairobi County, which were being undertaken by our ministry, MOD, complete? Yes, the construction work at Uhuru Park are practically complete as per the contract. However, we have only few pending works, less than 8%, which we have agreed, and we are signing an MOU with the county government of Nairobi, so they can assure us in a very less time, less than 3 weeks, they will fix those. One of them is the water connection. We have done a borehole, but completing the water connection from the borehole to the water tanks is what is remaining. We have been asking the governor of Nairobi and Nairobi County just to complete. Two, the drainage works. The drainage works at Central Park, not Uhuru, at Central Park, have been pending. And this was because we were waiting for the construction of the main drainage along Uhuru Highway to be undertaken by Kenha. Discussion with the Kenya have since been finalized, and they have assured the Ministry of Defense that the storm water connection will be completed soon. We also have documentation to that effect that the Kenya National Highway Construction, who man the Uhuru Highway and the expressway, must do their bit so that we can finish the drainage, so that the water, we can connect our drainage system to the Uhuru Highway drainage system. B, the second question, 28B, is has the park been handed over to Nairobi County government, and could the Cabinet Secretary provide a timeline? Mr. Speaker, I am handing over that park tomorrow morning. We were looking for time. We were talking to the governor. He has now given us his availability, and tomorrow I want to assure this House that 9 o'clock, the governor, we expect him, and we hand over. Running parks is not our core mandate. This House knows the Constitution provides that we protect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of our country. We only come to do one or two things when we are called upon by the national government. So tomorrow at 9, and I'm inviting the Senator of Nairobi, the leadership of Nairobi, If you didn't get the invitation, we will send an invitation. Please come and take over your park alongside the county government of Nairobi. So, as mentioned earlier, the works at Uhuru Park have been completed as per the contract, with only minimal works remaining for Central Park. However, the ministry, in collaboration with the county government of Nairobi, has been allowing the public to use this facility on occasions and functions, including the inaugural Nairobi Festival of December 2022, the World Rally Championship Safari Rally launch of June 2023, the Community Health Promoters launch by His Excellency in September of 2023, the Nairobi Festival of December 2023, the Christmas festivity we opened, and the New Year we opened for the citizens of Nairobi, and the last one was the Private Security Regulatory Authority launch of Guard Force number March 2024, which was done barely a month ago. Mr. Speaker, the maintenance of the park is, however, faced with challenges. For example, during last year's Christmas festivity, when we opened up in consultation with the governor of Nairobi, Uhuru Park was open to the public then. But there was a resultant in the damage to some of the structures we have done, including the aircraft which we have stationed on the ground. That aircraft is supposed to be turned into a fast food court. So we realized, and the good thing is we told the governor that we are not going to hand over until that damage is rectified, and we are happy to report that they have already, Nairobi County government has rectified those facilities. Consequently, the ministry is collaborating with the county government of Nairobi to establish the management modalities for the parks before the official opening. The rehabilitation of the parks were geared towards enhancing visitors' experience by ensuring the park meets global accepted standard. The works undertaken in the park include the following, what we have done since we took that project: creation, improvement, and sprucing up of green spaces, gardens, and lawns, introduction of control access points and enhanced security through gates and fences, setting up of container restaurants, mainly fast food, creation of a skating park, innovation of a culturally symbolic Nyatiti water feature for events, setting up of outdoor libraries and reading areas. We expect during lunchtime, Kenyans can walk to that park, they can go and read, spend 1 hour. We have put benches there. We expect the Nairobi County government to put Wi-Fi so that people, the 2-hour, 1-hour break from conferences in the hotels around here, if you want to go and stretch your legs, you can just walk to the park and read your book, send emails, and have a very good ambience environment. We have also set up outdoor plazas and shelter gardens. We have done a creation of water cascade. We have built enough ablution facilities designated for both gender. We have improved and did addition walkways and jogging tracks. Mr. Speaker, even this House and Parliament should have an MOU with the Nairobi County government, that in the evening, senators and members of Parliament after the gym, those who want to walk, they can cross to Uhuru Park and walk, do early in the morning, jogging in that the air, the environment is really welcoming. Of course, the cost of this project for both parks, the Nairobi and the Uhuru and Central, was 1.18 billion. The Nairobi County government will in future, they must do two things. One, to sustain and maintain the standards. Our biggest fear is that this park goes back to its old situation. So we expect Nairobi County to have competent men and women, people learn from other countries on how parks are run, and two, to allocate budget and funds for the proposed additional facilities, which were not in the contract, but we feel are very important. These works are estimated to be about 550 million. They can be less, and some of the facilities is there is a plan to do a dancing water fountain. The CCTV installation is very, very key for security purposes. We want to do a pedestrian footbridge, maybe add more additional restaurants in the future. and then do a proper management office. To make sure that we help the governor and the county, Mr. Speaker, we have agreed that we will leave our technical team, because the engineers, the architects, the landscapers, all these experts from the Ministry of Defense who participated and who were part of this project, we have asked the governor, we will do an MOU with him tomorrow, that they stay with him for the next 6 to 8 months to show him that if there is a small problem, just to do a transition. So we told him we will leave our team for just 6 months to help you climatize. Already his people are doing good work. The Nairobi County government staff are doing in terms of cleaning, cutting the grass, and maintaining cleanliness. But we have told him we will do a small MOU with you, that after 6 months we will leave the site, but within 6 months we will stay with you. And during this period, the Nairobi County government we expect them, and we want to supervise them, that they complete the installation of the associated facilities to further enhance visitors' experience. This memorandum of understanding will officially be signed tomorrow as we hand over the park to Nairobi County government for opening to public. I hope over the weekend they should open to the public. We have a very good entrance gate management system we have installed, so that, and we expect at least the Uhuru Park to be free to the public, and maybe Central Park, Nairobi County government with the stakeholders can agree on what they can charge, but of course very minimal. We have provided a provision in Central Park for a security a police post. These parks globally everywhere, there must be security. We don't want our daughters, our sons, our family, citizens to be victims of insecurity when they are enjoying the ambience of the park. So at the far end of Central Park, there is a facility. So we'll ask the Inspector General of Police, in consultation with the stakeholders and Nairobi County government, to provide a small police post. Honorable members, I would like to reaffirm that the Ministry of Defense is committed to ensuring that the parks are not only open to the public, but also adequately maintained by a very robust management team, and that should be provided by the county leadership of Nairobi. Speaker, I really want to assure the Senate and indeed the entire public that the Ministry of Defense is committed to fulfilling our obligations and ensuring that all the pending works within the Central Park are completed within the shortest time possible and is also open to the public.